Was the 2020 election stolen from Donald Trump? Of course it wasn't, and I can offer proving logic that can't be denied. All I ask is that you actually listen to what I have to say for the next couple of minutes. First, in order for the big steal to have happened, there would have needed to be thousands of people working together all over the country to make it happen. The Democrats would have had to somehow install them in positions throughout the electoral food chain, from polling place volunteers to states' attorneys general, and they all would have had some knowledge of the plan in order for it to work. Now, among those thousands of people, there would no doubt be a few spies, rookie detectives, and possibly even Republican plants. Plus, inevitably, over the course of the next couple of years, there would be defectors, people who realized that what they were doing was wrong, witnesses, some who changed their minds, possibly others who just wanted to sell a book. At any rate, from those thousands of people required to pull off an election steal, a few would talk, credibly, with proof. They'd be able to tell who did it, what they did, and how they did it. That hasn't happened because it didn't happen. For months before the 2020 election, Donald Trump said, "If I don't win the coming election, it's because of fraud." His followers trust him because they believe in him and what he says, even though he has absolutely no real connection to the common man and can't begin to understand ordinary working people, their lives and loves. He convinced his followers that he couldn't lose, and that if he did, it was because the Democrats were up to some kind of monkey business. It's kind of like saying, one of these days, it's going to rain. And when it does, remember, I told you so. We can go through the inventory of his excuses if you'd like. The machines were rigged, there were ballot dumps, ballot-toting mules, Italian satellites, and Jewish space lasers. Did I miss anything? After all the accusations, litigations, and downright foolishness, there still has been no one that has stepped forward with any credible proof of election tampering by the Democrats in the 2020 presidential election. However, there have been witnesses, and there's been some proof that the Republicans were up to something, the width and depth of which is still yet to be determined, and we can leave that discussion for another day. I would also, at this time, like to take the whole silly QAnon fantasy world apart by using the same logic. If there really is a worldwide network of cannibalistic, pedophilic, baby blood drinking degenerates who are in key government and establishment positions, one would have talked and offered credible proof. Repeating myself, there would be one of them by now who realizes that what they're doing is wrong. There'd be a witness, some who changed their minds, or possibly someone who just wanted to sell a book. And again, that hasn't happened because it isn't happening. Please, count to 10. Think about the logic that I've just presented to you. Like a grandfather of mine told me, before you hitch up your wagon, make sure the horses aren't loco.